Welcome to this podcast channel, Center of Excellence Pharma 4. In today's episode, it's basically Global Pharma 4 adoption, benchmarking your organization against the industry leaders. So let me give you our introduction. My name is Jayant Joshi. I am having more than 45 years of industry experience. With my passion is for adoption of emerging technologies to achieve business excellence, mainly in the pharma and regulatory industries. We already have our YouTube channel, Center of Excellence Pharma 4, which is mainly focused on emerging technologies, digital transformation, and Pharma 4. This channel has got 225 videos as on today and covers all these areas which are mentioned over here with a consideration of the challenges, what are the technologies which can really help and benefit, what should be our roadmap, and what are the tangible and intangible benefits can be achieved by implementation. We also have a course on smart manufacturing in pharma on Udemy platform, which has got about 12 modules, and the various modules can be really picked up depending upon your choice, depending upon your focus areas, and go on extending it. We have also launched a podcast channel, Center of Excellence Pharma 4, and where more than 10 episodes are already there. This is the next episode which I am going to discuss it out. Please feel free to look at these various channels. Do subscribe them. Please share your comments also. Share with your network also. If you have any suggestions, please do write to us. So in today's episode, it's Global Pharma 4 adoption, benchmarking your organization against the industry leaders, where I'm going to discuss what is your current state of Pharma 4 adoption for your industry and how organizations can measure their progress and effectiveness compared with the other industry leaders. So that is what is the idea. So how we are going to do this? So we have to first thing is current state of our pharma for adoption has to be discussed. So the overview of finding from the recent surveys such as ISP and all that, they say that highlighting the trends about the digital transformation is very important, and this has to take into consideration about your present maturity level, now, which includes that whether this particular project has now not started, or it has been just started, or some pilot projects are going on, or is it in a process of systematic ongoing action plan is already there. Because these type of a projects are normally runs to 2 years, 3 years, and can even go to the 5 years also. So you must have that clarity, what are the things which we already have done, which we already have started, what is the feedback and all that. So then according to that, your project plan has to be worked it out or a roadmap is to be drawn. Now, how you will benchmark against the industry leaders? There are large companies, there are mid-sized companies, there are small companies. So depending upon that and the previous levels of your legacy system or analog system or a silos-based systems, how you are going to move and how this best practices is required as per the regulatory requirements or the business processes and how they are being implemented and into that particular organizations are to be thought about it and all that. Now, how you will tangibly or intangibly decide onto the maturity level. So we have to really think about it. Some of the key performance areas, key performance indicators are there. You can identify depending upon your priorities. It may be operational efficiencies, it may be quality results, it may be quality improvement, or it may be regulatory compliances, or it may be sometimes tangible things like order to delivery time period, or it may be inventory visibility, or it may be inventory movement. So there are a lot of those key performance indicators will be there. So you can pick and choose depending upon your industry and all, and monitor them onto month to month, quarter to quarter, or year to year, previous years in comparison and all that. And then that you can link up with the challenges in adoption. See, as we are really looking from analog to digital transformation, there are a lot of challenges are there. No? So adoption challenges is onto one side is people, processes, and technology. People are the first thing. They have to get trained. They have to get understood the transformations and then follow that. Then you have to also see about the infrastructure, technologies, and all also. So from your legacy system, your culture, resistance, everything has to be taken into consideration around, and how you will overcome these challenges with a strategic plan, investments into the trainings and all those areas. You have to think about it and all that. Another thing is technology enables actually, as I short mentioned about it, that various new emerging technologies, digital technologies, which Pharma 4 is expecting. It's something like a cloud, artificial intelligence, IoT, Internet of Things, big data, analytics, blockchain, and many places it's a process automation is all required actually. And these are going to enhance your productivity, equipment availability, manufacturing areas optimization, improving the quality, streamlining the supply chain operations and all that. So these are the factors which you have to consider, and then we have to see and compare vis-a-vis with the other industry leaders and all that. And at the same time, you have to also keep it in mind about the new technologies which are really coming up and all that. As you know, artificial intelligence is really catching up and all that. Along with your continuous improvements and innovation, how you can use artificial intelligence to build up your competitiveness in the market. So you have to think about it. So these are some of the factors which I thought I will discuss with you. And when you are building up, you can also have a successful some industry organizations and contributions are there, successful peers who are doing it. You have to can track your comparison of KPIs along with them. Sometimes the industry publications and details are available, so do consider into that. So how you will prioritize when you are going for actual implementation, no? So as I mentioned, there are various technologies that are available, so you have to identify which should be your priority areas from technology point of view, from process point of view, from manpower or the skills point of view and all that. So let's look at it. Some of the factors which I thought will share with you based on to our experience and all that. You must focus on two high impact technologies actually. See, the smaller firms will have other priorities. Bigger companies may have their different priorities. So you have to prioritize your investments into the technologies which will offer you highest potential or the immediate impact or immediate return on your investments and all that. So you can really think about those things first. At the same time, you have to also see that artificial intelligence and cloud computing, these are the two main areas which are really catching up very fast, and their comparatively investments are less, but there are better returns are there, and this can improve your operational efficiency, and then the faster, what I call it is a order to delivery process, so that there is a faster customer or a patient satisfaction goes on improving and all that. So these are the focus areas we should really look at it. Then comes the incremental implementation. Now, as I see that this is a very large project. In You may take 6 months, 1 year to start looking at it, the results. And if you are really planning to do complete end-to-end implementation, it may take even 3 years or 5 years also. So smaller companies should really have a phased approach. They should really target some of the critical areas. Like some may have a focus on to quality, some may have on to purchase procurement, some may have on a logistic distribution approach. So phased approach is really required into this technology adoptions and all. And then that way they can really manage the cost efficiently and see the results also according to that. And then that strategic portfolio management should be developed. And I say a portfolio, like the projects can be looked at either more from the scientific way, like in technology, or could be a commercial potentials, and see what are the benefits, what are the risk factors are there, and then develop that strategy accordingly, considering your resources available and where you feel that you will have a better chances of getting the success and all that, because that initial success later on motivates the other department, other processes, and then that can really go on driving the entire projects and all that. Another factor which I feel we must really consider is building up a partnerships or a collaborations and all that. Now, when I say partnerships, it's with the technology provider. See, today, as I mentioned, there are various technologies like cloud, artificial intelligence, IoTs, blockchain. So there are various partners who have developed that expertise of adopting such technologies into your organization. Or there may be some academic institute, there may be industry institutes are also there, associations are also there. They constantly have those training courses, or they go on sharing their experiences and all that. So you must partner with them. You should also partner with the consultants, who already have some expertise built up in collaboration, like collaboration between the technology, collaboration between the industries is a very important thing. So because in the industry also there are the domain experts are there, there are technology experts are there. They have to really collaborate and work in uh, collaboration, so that the full cost of entire projects really reduces the risk of all these things, and you can see the better results actually. Then some of the companies are developing digital tools for resource management. Basically, uh, as we have discussed about various skill sets and their requirements, and uh, so these particular tools help you to train up your skills, or you can hire those consultants or partners, and then they can help you to enhance the skills about your resources, and a data-driven decision-making skill sets can be developed at a operating level, at a planning level, at a collaboration level, and then that can drive this entire project. And this is more important for a mid-sized companies or smaller companies where there are very limited resources are available, and then investing into these resources is more important challenging. Then we have to also think about it how we can integrate this with the regulatory compliance set. As we know, there are more and more stringent regulatory requirements are coming up because of the businesses are becoming more complex. Customers patients expectations are increasing, and maintaining all this documentation is becoming more challenging for a small mid-sized companies. So they have to really see how accurately the data can be captured directly from machines or from the, and digital technologies are really building up more and more capabilities to capture the data and build up that whole documentation by reducing the cost for capturing the data, and cost for the delays and everything has to also be taken into consideration. Then comes the scaling up of these solutions and all. As I mentioned and discussed earlier, that cloud solutions can really help you in building up this data capture, storage, analytics, and processing and all, which we have to really take into consideration while scaling up these particular operations and all that. As we move more from analog system to digital system, the data which is going to get captured is going to increase. That's why we are discussing about the big data and analytics and all that. So this needs to be taken into consideration. So when you are starting up this particular project, you should also keep track about this data capture, data build up, data analytics, and everything else. So scalability becomes a more important thing. Another benefit which you can get it by fostering the culture of innovation. As you have a digital data and you go on expanding it, actually, once you analyze this with artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep thinking, and all that, you can identify the areas where you can further improve. It could be into procurement, it could be in quality, it could be into manufacturing, it could be sales and operation planning, it could be in distribution planning, it could be in logistic route planning and all that. A number of ways are there where you can go on improving your innovations and all that. And but that has to build up into your organization. That culture has to come actually. And then that should really help in your improving data driven decision making and all, which can really improve your operational excellence and business excellence and all. So finally, coming to the conclusion is that there are high impact technologies are available. Adopting to them on an incremental basis should be your strategy. You have to also think about leveraging the partnerships with the academic institutes and technology service providers and seeing which are the good digital tools can really help you to expedite the processes and all that. And this can help you in maximizing your growth and innovations and competitiveness into the industries and all that. So how you should effectively strategize this particular thing, about your investment part of it. So let's look at that last aspect about it also. So you have to think about the ROI, return on investment about your pilot project to start with actually. So as we discussed earlier, you should start with a small pilot project, depending upon your priority. It could be procurement, it could be quality, it could be manufacturing, it could be logistics, whatever it is. So then you have to draw a plan. What is the investment requirement about infrastructure, about the software, about the training, about the data conversion, about the training to the skills and all that. And then quantify those benefits, where you can expect the improvement and what is the quantifiable tangible improvements you expect it and all that, besides intangible benefits and all that. So you have to satisfy or you have to get yourself convinced onto this. And then that has to align with your business goal or strategic goals also. So linking up that how it is going to contribute into your Pharma 4, which also should really come up. And then finally, it should also link up to the patients also, because finally we are producing the products for the benefits to the customers and patients actually. So in that whatever operational efficiencies you improve, the quality, the faster delivery, reducing the cost and all that has to go to the customer also and become competitive into the market actually. So that is what is the emphasis which you should really keep that in mind actually. And finally, as I mentioned earlier also, we have to build a culture. No, it has to be a data driven system actually. No, see, today data is a very important role and it is going to play more and more important role in future actually. Earlier we were not been able to capture so much of a data, but with the digital technologies, each and every small process parameter or quality parameters or operational parameters or manufacturing parameters, all are going to get it captured. And as we do more and more analytics, we can find out the flaws into that, and there are many opportunities to improve onto this. So we have to identify what are those inefficiencies which are really come up, and where there is a possibility of the improvements, and then that can do it. But this has requires a thought process of the data driven decision making and all that. So we have to do that, and then use the data for your predictive analysis, prescriptive analysis and all, and that is how we can go on improving onto this. At the same time, we have to also see that this also helps into regulatory compliances and all. Uh, today's scenario, if we are going to take a huge time in maintaining the data, since now this data is captured directly, how it can really help in maintaining the data and using the data, and then real time monitoring with this data really plays important role. No, you can take a necessary corrective action immediately, and then that can really improve the further performance, productivity, and operational excellence and all that. So building up a strong business case. Once you do something for a small pilot project, then that will give you the confidence. And then what are the online costs which are really required to maintain the system? What are the benefits, tangible, intangible? What may be the possible risks into that, and what should be the potential returns based on to that particular implemented technology that to be worked it out, and build that will also build more executive supports and all that. So these are the some of the strategies which you have to really think about it, and this is more important into small and mid-sized companies by building up, aligning the initiatives between the strategic goals, partnerships, and projecting the long-term benefits, and taking the necessary corrective actions into the future plans and all that will really help and drive it actually. And do that comparison constantly with based on the various reports about uh, I, things are available from industry association with the discussions onto various platforms, onto the trainings and all, and even courses like what we offer it, episodes where we offer it, where we share based on to our expertise and all that, and then that will drive the uh, comparison and help you to achieve the Pharma 4. Best luck for achieving this as quickly as possible. So let's see. Actually, I discussed something about this in this particular episode about comparison with industries and how you can move faster onto benchmarking your organization to achieve and get best benefits from comparison with other industry partners. So it's same. These are the factors points are discussed into our YouTube channel also into a small individual use cases, and then more is available onto our smart manufacturing courses also. This is a huge information and knowledge sharing which we have are targeting for the benefit to the industries at scales as well as the industry levels also. And this particular episode again we are discussing more specifically related to adoption of the emerging technologies. Feel free to contact us, write to us, and share these videos with your network. Do suggest us if you feel that there are new or topics which you have more challenges into that actually. Thank you. Bye.